20 things lurking in rivers that even crocodiles fear. This was captured near a riverbank, and even a crocodile wouldn't go near it. Rivers are often described as lifelines of forests, jungles, and remote wilderness. But beneath their calm surfaces, something else moves. Across the world, fishermen, villagers, and explorers have captured brief moments on camera. Shapes rising from murky water, violent disturbances beneath small boats, animals reacting with sudden fear. Not myths told around a fire, not stories passed through generations. Short recordings, fragments of encounters. In places where crocodiles rule the water, there are moments when even they retreat, slipping beneath the surface, abandoning territory without a fight. This ranking follows those moments. Number 20. Piranhas near the shore. On this stretch of the Amazon, the water looks calm. People step in slowly, thinking the danger lives farther out in the darker current. From a distance, piranhas seem small, almost insignificant. But when the river level drops and food becomes scarce, something shifts. They stop moving like scattered fish. They tighten together. The surface begins to tremble, not violently, just enough to feel wrong. Witnesses describe it the same way. A splash, a sudden churn. Then the water turns opaque with movement. It isn't one bite, it's many at once. So fast the body barely reacts before balance is lost. Most incidents don't happen in deep channels. They happen here, near the edge. Number 19. Penuname River sighting. Penuname Daylight River. The water moves normally, reflecting the sky, when something dark rises, just enough to interrupt the surface. At first it blends in, like debris drifting with the current. Then it shifts direction. Whoever is filming zooms in, trying to focus. The shape holds steady against the flow, which already feels unusual. It looks aquatic, but the outline doesn't fully agree. The body suggests one thing, the front suggests another. For a moment the movement slows, almost controlled, as if aware of being watched. The camera begins to tremble. No one speaks, just breathing and the low sound of water against the bank. Then the surface folds back over it. The river resumes its pattern. Number 18. Electric eel in shallow water. In these rivers, the danger doesn't thrash or circle. It stays still, buried in silt, almost invisible against the brown current. The electric eel doesn't bite. It releases a charge. Most people step into water like this without thinking. It barely reaches the knees. It feels manageable. Then a discharge travels through the surface and into the body. Muscles contract instantly, not from pain first, but from loss of control. There's no dramatic struggle. The arms don't coordinate. The legs stop responding. In shallow water, that brief paralysis can tip someone forward, face down, unable to push back up. Researchers have recorded eels rising vertically against threats, intensifying the shock. Number 17. Giant river stingray in shallow current. In this part of the river, the bottom looks smooth. Mud and sand, nothing that draws attention. That's where it stays. The giant river stingray doesn't circle or approach. It settles in and disappears beneath the surface. People step forward, assuming the water is clear enough to read. Then a foot presses down in the wrong place. The movement is almost too fast to register. The tail lifts once. A barbed spine drives upward with force and drops back just as quickly. Most victims say they never saw the animal itself, only the impact. A sharp strike followed by heat spreading through the leg. Balance goes first. The current does the rest. No signal, no visible warning. Number 16. Bull shark far inland. Most people associate sharks with the open ocean, saltwater, waves, not rivers running through towns. But the bull shark doesn't stay offshore. It moves upriver, through brown water where visibility drops to nothing. That's what changes the feeling. In clear sea, you might see a shadow forming. Here, the surface looks empty. Boats idle near docks. Swimmers wade out from the bank. The current hides everything beneath it. Unlike most sharks, this one tolerates fresh water. It adjusts and keeps moving, sometimes miles inland. Reports describe attacks happening close to shore, in places where no one expects a marine predator. The strike is sudden, then the water closes again. Number 15. Chain River, the ice monster. The surface looks solid, white, stable. Beneath it, the water should move slowly, this time of year, trapped under thick layers of ice. That's why the movement stands out. In the recorded footage, a dark mass shifts under the frozen surface. Long, undulating, not darting like a fish, not drifting like debris. It moves with weight, as if displacing more water than expected. The ice doesn't fracture. It bends slightly, flexing in a way that feels wrong to the eye. Whoever logged the clip didn't discard it. The sequence was reviewed carefully, frame by frame. Some specialists suggested refraction or known species distorted by the ice. Others said the rhythm didn't match documented wildlife. Online, it gained a name, the ice monster. Number 14. Han River, unidentified shape. It begins as something easy to ignore, a dark form drifting near the surface, blending with reflections and floating debris. The fisherman filming doesn't react at first. Rivers carry strange things all the time. Then the shape changes direction. It isn't drifting with the current. It's adjusting, angling slowly toward the shore. The movement stays steady. No splashing. No sudden thrashing. From where he stands, the scale feels wrong. Larger than fish people expect in this river. Larger than anything commonly reported there. He keeps the camera trained on it as it approaches, neither accelerating nor stopping. Later, viewers freeze frames and compare proportions with the riverbank. No agency issues a clear identification. Number 13. Yangtze River, the Three Gorges monster. The water looks heavy, almost metallic under the sky. Then a line appears beneath the surface. At first it resembles driftwood caught in the current, but it keeps extending. The shape glides forward, bending in one smooth motion, like a single spine moving through the river. No fins break the surface. No clear head defines it. Just length. Witnesses along the bank try to estimate its size. It stretches farther than expected, beyond the frame of several recordings. Someone nearby murmurs a name, the Three Gorges monster. Later explanations mention rope or construction debris drifting downstream, but the movement appears controlled, fluid. Number 12. Blue water figure. Near the embankment, the camera points downward, steady, almost hesitant. Suspended particles drift past the lens. Then the silhouette appears. At first it reads as human, a torso upright, arms close to the sides. It isn't moving. Below the waist, the outline changes. The form narrows and extends, tapering into something that doesn't resemble legs. It looks like a tail, though the water distorts the edges enough to keep it uncertain. No one speaks behind the camera. No gasp, no commentary. Just the quiet hum of water, and that shape holding its position near the structure. Some later suggest a submerged statue. Others argue light and refraction. Still, the image leaves one question behind. Number 11. Amazon River, sudden disturbance. The kayak moves at an even pace. The paddler isn't rushing. The water looks wide and calm, except for the ripples from each stroke. Nothing suggests tension. Then the surface explodes beside him. A heavy splash rises without warning, pushing water outward with force. No visible body breaks through. No fin, no tail. Just displacement, as if something large moved beneath the hull. He stops rowing. For a moment, the kayak drifts. Another surge disturbs the water nearby, strong enough to rock the frame. Still nothing identifiable appears above the surface. Instead of investigating, he slowly backs away, paddling from the disturbance. Later, viewers replay the clip, searching for shapes. Number 10. Amazon River, subsurface wake. From the bank, the surface looks steady, reflecting patches of sky between trees. Then a bulge forms, midstream, not a splash, not a leap, just water lifting from below as if something large shifted direction. Waves begin rolling, outward in a wide arc, heavy, slow, too deliberate to dismiss as random current. The camera tracks the disturbance, trying to catch a glimpse beneath. Nothing breaks the surface. No dorsal line, no tail, only a wake pushing forward, carving a path through otherwise calm water. It keeps moving at a steady pace, like a body traveling just beneath visibility. The person filming zooms slightly, waiting for a reveal. It never comes. Number 9. Riverbank figure at dusk. A group of tourists stands near the edge, casually filming the scenery. The water moves behind them, steady and ordinary. Then someone shifts the camera toward the opposite bank. A tall shape appears near the trees. It stands upright, separated from the brush just enough to be noticed. The neck looks elongated, angled toward low branches, as if reaching. It doesn't sway with the wind. It doesn't step forward. It simply remains there. Against the moving river, the outline becomes clearer than expected. Too vertical for most animals in that region. The clip spreads quickly online. Soon after, the original upload disappears. No confirmed source, no verified location, only fragments reposted and debated. Number 8. Centaur-like figure, crossing a river. A creature with the body of a horse and the torso of a human was seen crossing a river while carrying another being on its back. Witnesses who later watched the recording say the figure was moving away from the camera, walking steadily through the current as the water reached its legs. The person filming kept a distance, then zoomed in. On its back, a smaller hooded figure could be seen clinging silently, holding on as the larger body moved forward through the river. It looked like it knew exactly where it was going. One witness later commented, "The moment lasted only a few seconds, long enough for the shape to cross part of the water, and long enough for the clip to spread quickly online." Number 7. Mangrove Channel, survey encounter. Mangrove Channel, early survey. Local biologists were asked to check why wildlife had thinned out almost overnight. No birds calling, no crocodiles along the banks. Just a quiet stretch of water threading through mangrove roots. Their boat enters a narrow channel, engine low. Something rises beside the hull. It doesn't breach fully, just enough to reveal scale. A curved back surfaces briefly, lined with stiff ridges along its length. The texture appears thick, almost like wet leather shifting as it moves through the water. No splash, no sudden aggression. For several seconds, it stays level with the boat, close enough to rock the hull gently. Then the mass sinks straight down. The water closes again. Number 6. Strange creature on the riverbank. The camera faces a muddy riverbank surrounded by dense vegetation. The water in the foreground moves slowly, reflecting the dim light of the sky. Then the figure becomes visible. Standing at the edge of the river is a strange animal-like creature. Its body appears hunched and partially covered with what looks like wet fur or tangled material hanging downward. Several long, thin limbs extend toward the ground, making the silhouette look uneven and unstable. The head is elongated, shaped almost like a snout, pointed slightly toward the water. It doesn't run, it doesn't charge, it simply stands there, half hidden between the mud and the plants, watching the river in silence. The clip ends before the figure moves. Number 5. Small river creature in a jar. The clip begins beside a quiet riverbank. A person holds a glass jar filled with cloudy water collected from the edge of the river. Inside the jar, something small moves. The camera focuses closer, revealing a strange little creature floating within the water. Its body is rounded and pale, with textured skin that reflects the light slightly. Two thin arms extend outward, each ending in small fingers, pressed against the glass. Its head appears smooth and oversized compared to the body. Large dark eyes face the camera, while the mouth remains slightly open. The creature drifts slowly inside the jar, suspended in the murky water. No explanation accompanies the footage, just the image of something unusual taken directly from a river. Number 4. Strange creature, found on a riverbank. The recording begins on a muddy riverbank at night. A flashlight beam moves across the ground, revealing something lying partially in the grass. At first it looks human, but the face immediately feels wrong. The skin appears smooth and pale, reflecting the light with an almost bluish tone. The eyes remain closed, while the mouth stretches vertically down the center of the face and neck, forming a long opening lined with small teeth. The shape extends farther than a normal jaw would allow. The body remains completely still. Whoever is filming keeps the light fixed on the figure, trying to understand what they're seeing. The clip ends without movement or explanation. Number 3. Muddy River Strike. Muddy River, early 2000s footage. The clip looks dated, grainy. A slow machine crawls across a brown river, pushing through shallow water. At first, nothing seems unusual, just engine noise and mud shifting beneath the heavy tires. Then something launches. It rises from beneath the surface in a single motion, arcing upward and striking a trailing wheel. The movement is quick and elastic, almost serpentine. For a brief moment, the body becomes visible. Long, curved, not clearly fish, not clearly reptile. It bends midair before dropping back into the muddy water as quickly as it appeared. The operator hesitates, unsure of what just happened. Later, viewers slow the footage frame by frame. Number 2. Riverbank creature rising from the mud. 2 local fishermen had stopped their small boat along a muddy embankment after noticing unusual ripples near exposed tree roots. The river moves slowly in thick brown currents while branches tangled along the shore, forming a dark pocket beneath the bank. At first they assumed a large fish was stuck in the mud, then the head lifted. What emerged from the edge of the river did not look completely like a fish, nor entirely reptile. Its dark-scaled skin appeared slick as water ran down its neck. The jaws opened wide, revealing 2 thick curved fangs extending downward from the upper jaw. One of the men began recording quietly. The creature remained partly raised from the water, its body pressed against the muddy bank. Number 1. Elephant confrontation at the riverbank. A large elephant stands at the muddy edge of a river, its feet planted firmly in the dirt as the water churns below. Something heavy moves beneath the surface. Then the struggle becomes clear. A massive crocodile has latched onto something in the water, and the elephant reaches forward with its trunk, grabbing hold of the reptile's tail. For a moment, both animals pull in opposite directions. The crocodile twists violently in the river, thrashing water across the bank. The elephant leans back, lifting and pulling with surprising control, trying to drag the reptile away from the shoreline. Mud collapses into the water as the tension builds between them. The short clip ends mid-struggle,